What's up, ladies and gents? Sinistrano1, your host, and welcome to, oh my gosh, I've been waiting for this game, what feels like for years, since I originally covered ARAGAMI 1. I just absolutely fell in love with this series. I fell in love with the developer Linceworks, and I'm just so excited to finally get the chance to show off ARAGAMI 2. Guys, you know me, this is going to be a walkthrough. We're going to be doing it, obviously, as stealthy as possible. Our goal is to get in and get out without being seen. Minimal contact with any enemy, meaning that sneaking by. This game actually rewards you for figuring out how to get by enemies and whatnot. There's an end of stat screen that really kind of just allows you to see the great things that you have done, leaving enemies alive, knocking out enemies or hiding enemies, making sure they're not seen, almost in the sense of Splinter Cell. So I'm really excited for this. Again, thank you to Linceworks for allowing me to show this off to you guys early, as well as just getting it out there. So I'm just so excited. Hope you guys are excited as well. Don't forget to leave a like on the video. Let me know if you played the first one. Do you enjoy the gameplay that this game has to offer? Let me know in the comments. And of course, we're going to go ahead and get started. I'll be playing this in 4K. And every mission that we do, I know exactly what I need to do. So we're just going to go ahead and get started. I'm just really excited to show this off to you guys. So without further ado, thank you all for tuning in, and let's get to some stealthy ninja gameplay. Let's go, chat. Alright, so here we go, ladies and gents. First of all, this game runs absolutely amazing on a RTX 3090. And this first mission is the Prologue, so it's going to allow you to be able to actually kind of have a little bit of the combat, as well as just taking out some enemies. Otherwise, after that, we're going to limit the amounts of enemies we take out. Keep it nice and stealth-like, of course. The movement in this game is one thing that sets it apart from a lot of other games. It's very fluid and very easy to do. Stealth is obviously a big thing for this game as well. So that's what you're going to see on this channel, on this walkthrough particularly, is always being stealth. Shadow vision is something we're going to be using quite a bit. It allows us to be able to see through specific areas, as well as just giving us kind of a layout of land. Now, this first prologue is not difficult, to say the least, to figure out. Support items, we're going to be relying heavily on some of these things in order to sneak around, but right now we just need to worry about the potion our first little bit of sneakiness, you need to either knock him out or assassinate him. This is going to be mostly knockout, so if I can get through the whole game without actually taking an enemy out, then that is going to be the goal. But for this one, you specifically have to, but of course we're going to knock him out. If you're looking for an action-oriented playthrough of this game, there's going to be plenty of other people out there that will just, you know, get caught constantly and give you the ethos. Well, I hit the wrong button and took him out, so that might be the only kill we do, depending on if there's any more. That was totally an accident. It doesn't really count for this beginning section, so it's alright. Alright, here's the combat. Combat has definitely received an overhaul so far, and I'm actually really enjoying it, so... Of course, I am playing on an Xbox controller, so just remember that. This is the PC version, of course. You can hold Y to walk. You can also do parries. One more. Notice how he has a stamina bar as well, so keep that in mind. He's about ready to hit 2, but now we can actually do... I knew we were going to get hit there. So perfect parries, obviously, is right before he attacks. That's when you want to do it. You should be okay. There we go. So now we have dash, so this will... Again, if we get into combat situations, this will allow us to dive. At this point, you can just use it. But you do have to wait until it regenerates as well, because it's part of your stamina. Alright, so at this point we're going to take him down. You will not see a lot of combat, obviously, for me. Notice how he can actually do it as well. He can parry you as well. Be careful. But you will not see a lot of combat. And as you can also see, it comes up very, very quickly when you do get into combat, so you don't have a lot of time to make the choice to assassinate him or not. So keep that in mind as well. Alright, so now we have aerial assassinations as well. Again, we can drop down on him, press Y to do the knockout. I always like to hide the bodies, so if there is going to be, for some reason, a situation to where I will take out someone, I'm going to hide them. As you can see, there are situations where you can get around enemies. You don't have to take every single out, even in this demo here. And just because I like to keep things stealthy, got to hold it down in order to make sure you don't accidentally take him out. Or should I say throw him. Alright, so we can create our own path and use our own ways now, so we're going to go ahead and do that. You'll see just how quick some of this can actually be. If you're smart, if you know how to use its mechanics and systems, you can figure out really, really quick, smooth ways of getting around each and every single enemy. You just got to wait for your charging maneuver to kind of catch back up on itself. Oh, that's super simple to get around this game. And it's just the way that it works is so great as well.
大将どう
男女ゾル
スタロか
なんどあた男女のウブだ
だしだし
コブラホイないか
You have been freed from the shackles of your mind. Your soul has brought you here to be reborn free. We are the Kurutsuba clan, guardians of the valley and its people. The invading nation of Akatsuchi is using their fire to lay waste to the lands. Their wake, they leave scorched woods, fields of ash, and the stench of burning bones. If we don't hurry, the peasants of the valley will be wiped out and enslaved. The mountain, its resources, nature, and beauty will perish. We need to find the cure to our curse before we lose our humanity. Before we turn into a different type of being. We don't have much time. Talk to Iwao. You'll see in him the horrors of our curse. Alright, so first of all, the art style is just so beautiful. The game is so smooth as well, obviously. Very, very smooth and fluid. And I just can't wait to show you more. So we're going to keep going here. This is kind of our central hub area. There are people we can talk to. You can find out who you can actually talk to by going into your shadow mode here. Head. Let that be a way of kind of showing you kind of what your objectives are and who you can mess with. So here's one of them. Don't you recognize me? It's me, your mother. Obviously, by talking to these specific people, you're able to get a few extra points, or should I say gold. So you fancy yourself a ninja dressed like that? I am Rajin, god of lightning. Show me your ninja techniques. Smoke technique, Sharukan flowers, cloning technique. I'll try to do, because there's not really a voiceover, I guess, for that stuff, so I'll do the best that I can at showing off some of that. This is where the mission kind of board is. I see you've already met. He's losing his mind. Part of his heart clings to this old dojo. Maybe there's still hope for him. I have a mission with your name on it. Akatsuchi troops have taken the fort on the island of the river. Who has an old scroll to be found. It holds the old techniques of the shadow attempts. You need to recover it. You can accept missions from the board behind me. Retrieve the scroll. Alright, so here's your mission board. This is where you're going to be able to find missions. If you go and play missions over again, then you still get rewarded for it, but you get less points. You can find chests, coin bags. There are collectibles and stuff like that. I don't think I'm going to go into collectibles my first playthrough here. We're just going to be sticking mostly to the stealth. So our first mission up is to accept the Elder's Scroll. Here's your map of the missions that you have available to you. As you can see, there are 3 collectibles. You can get 100 XP, 50 gold, and each mission has different gold that you can pick up throughout it. So let's accept the mission and begin our journey. Alright, in order to go do that specific mission, you need to head to the portal and we can begin. Alright, so here we go. It's time to start the first mission here. Get things right underway. I know exactly what we're doing, so obviously you're going to see me go through these sections pretty quick. Again, we're not going to be getting the collectibles. There's a total of 3 of them in this area. Maybe I'll go back and do another playthrough where you find those. Right now, stick to our mission, which was eavesdrop and get to the shadow text scrolls. There's also these things called gold that you're able to get that are around. You'll see them kind of light up in a different color. You can see right now it's on the good idea to move forward because we've got him right there. But as soon as he turns around, then we can go ahead and very easy to get across each and every single section here. You can see you can even use this to your advantage. Alright, so the biggest thing right now to worry about is to make sure he's not. Alright, so far so good. Now we just need to actually some of these missions, I don't know if they're all going to be structured this way or whatnot. can see here is a gold piece, so you can pick this up. Now, notice that well, you don't really notice it yet, but there is going to be certain areas or certain objects that you're going to be able to pick up throughout the environments that will, how do I say this, cause you to get hurt while you're trying to pick them up. Those specific objects will come in, like, say, in the next mission. So sometimes if you're being stealthy, you're trying to complete a certain objective, you still have to think about what you're doing in order, and try not to get caught, obviously. But if you're smart enough, as you can see, you can use these things here in order to go along each side. But you also have to remember that your stamina is very, very important. Do not just rush in certain areas. We're getting caught, but there you go. Perfect first little mission to get our hands wet. We're going to go right in. Next one. As you can see, mission complete. The Elder Scrolls, you get a ranking. We got an S ranking. I don't know if that's the highest you can get, but we were never detected. No hostiles killed, and that's not filled in. Now, you can see over here on the left side of the screen, we've got killed, conscious, how many are alive. Obviously, my goal is to get 0 unconscious and 0 killed. Obviously, no bodies found if we do those 2 specific objectives. There's also respawns that you can do. You get a few times that you can do a specific mission and whatnot. There's gold you can pick up. We didn't pick up nearly as much gold as you can. And of course, there's 3 collectibles. Yes, there's 3 sides of the ranking meter. So you've got Ghost, Spirit, and Demon. I'm thinking, you know what, I don't really actually understand what the Ghost or the Spirit side, what the differences are, because we were a Ghost, never detected, no hostiles killed. So I don't really know how that means, but I'm guessing the Ghost means it maybe they don't even get a glimpse of you at a certain situations. Like, there are going to be instances, because when you're playing it specifically the way that I am, which is leaving everyone alone, I don't think you're going to be able to do Ghost. I think you can do Ghost if you knock them out. I'm not 100% sure, but it seems like there are going to be instances where you have to pick certain things up and there are guards looking right in your area. And the only way you can is if you do it super fast and they kind of detect you, but not enough to actually detect you. Maybe that's something. But we're probably going to lean more towards the Spirit side, because we are going to need to try to move fast and get through each and every single section while still remaining stealthy. Alright, so at this point we can head to our next objective here, which is going to be talking to UIO again. And I do apologize if I butcher any names. May I see what you have? Thanks. I thought I'd never seen these techniques again. There's a lot to do. If you want to follow the warrior's path, come with me inside. Although I will not follow the warrior's path. Thank you for helping me. Remember who I am. My name is Iwao, or Shadow Regime. You see, my sword technique when I was young used to be fast as lightning. So you've come here to become a good warrior. Reasons don't really matter. This is now your path. I'll teach you the techniques to excel in it. You'll face fear itself. Your goal requires it. Come on, train your mind and soul with me. Alright, so here we go. This is the biggest thing that you're going to spend a lot of time with, obviously upgrading your character and whatnot. So first off, you see a huge list of things we're going to be able to upgrade. We've got 1 point right now. The only one that we can spend on is called the Whisper ability, which of course, everyone knows what that is, so there's really no need to explain it. And now, these. Yes, you can train your abilities with me. This is the Cursed Warrior Spirit. Alright. Now we have another mission that we can do called Securing Supplies. Some of these missions are very short, so in these videos of the walkthrough, we're going to be doing multiple missions per video, just because of the nature of how short some of these missions are. So our objective is to secure the supplies, obviously. Kuriki Village needs materials to keep on growing, so here we go. This particular mission is really tough, especially if you want to do it without taking anyone out, which is what you're going to see here on this channel. Alright, here we go. Definitely a way tougher mission than the previous one. So go ahead and grab this. He's automatically going to be detected by you because of you stealing this item. There's nothing you can do about it. You're not detected. It's more of a, oh, I hear something, I better go investigate kind of thing. You can't get around that if you decide not to take out the enemies. Notice there's a guard up here, so we're going to wait. As soon as he turns around, this guy's here. We're going to use a distraction by whistle. Jump across here with your silent ability. And then we're going to wait right here. Right there's the objective. Notice there's a guy up there. We can't move forward. We got to wait for him. It's very tricky to do. And probably a lot of other people won't be doing this specific way. This is not easy to do. It's gonna be
Shitty.
Alright, if you've done it correctly, you should be back at this point. You should be okay. Hurry up and get back here. As you can see, all of this is very tricky to pull off. But if you're quick enough and you finally get a sense of how this game works, I think you're going to be able to pull some of these moves off. Nice and stealthy. So here we're going to do a little whistle. You'll see it'll distract him just long enough. We can make our way in. Perfect. Know the deal, we'll just come back the same way most of the game. We're gonna head up here. Remember, you can't do it until you see the icon. And wait for this guy to turn. He's gonna turn in this direction, but he's gonna be coming from the long and far outside path. So you should be able to get it. Now, here's the thing. As long as you have something to jump into very quickly, he will not see you. As you can see, you can get by him. And now we're free to go ahead and move. So very tricky to do, able to, again, never be seen, don't take anyone out, and hopefully you'll be able to get those this as well. This is the goal for the walkthrough, so hopefully you guys will enjoy this part 1 of our ARAGAMI 2 walkthrough. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below of the game so far, and then we will move on after this. What's up, ladies and gents? Sinistrana1, your host, and welcome to, oh my gosh, I've been waiting for this game, what feels like for years, since I originally covered ARAGAMI 1. I just absolutely fell in love with this series. I fell in love with the developer, Lynxworks, and I'm just so excited to finally get the chance to show off ARAGAMI 2. Guys, you know me, this is going to be a walkthrough. We're going to be doing it obviously as stealthy as possible. Our goal is to get in and get out without being seen. Minimal contact with any enemy, meaning that sneaking by. This game actually rewards you for figuring out how to get by enemies and whatnot. There's an end of stat screen that really kind of just allows you to see the great things that you have done, leaving enemies alive, knocking out enemies or hiding enemies, making sure they're not seen, almost in the sense of Splinter Cell. So I'm really, really excited for this. Again, thank you to Lynxworks for allowing me to show this off to you guys early, as well as just getting it out there. So I'm just so excited. Hopefully you guys are excited as well. Don't forget to leave a like on the video. Let me know if you played the first one. Do you enjoy the gameplay that this game has to offer? Let me know in the comments. And of course, we're going to go ahead and get started. I'll be playing this in 4K. And every mission that we do, I know exactly what I need to do. So we're just going to go ahead and get started. I'm just like really excited to show this off to you guys. So without further ado, thank you all for tuning in, and let's get to some stealthy ninja gameplay. Let's go, chat. Alright, so here we go, ladies and gents. First of all, this game runs absolutely amazing playing on a RTX 3090. And this first mission is the Prologue, so it's going to allow you to be able to actually kind of have a little bit of the combat, as well as just taking out some enemies. Otherwise, after that, we're going to limit the amounts of enemies we take out. We're going to keep it nice and stealth-like, of course. The movement in this game is one thing that sets it apart from a lot of other games. It's very fluid and very easy to do. Stealth is obviously a big thing for this game as well. So that's what you're going to see on this channel, on this walkthrough particularly, is always being stealthy. Shadow vision is something we're going to be using quite a bit. It allows us to be able to see through specific areas, as well as just giving us kind of a layout of the land. What's going on. Now, this first prologue is not difficult, to say the least, to figure out. Support items, we're going to be relying heavily on some of these things in order to be able to sneak around, but for right now we just need to worry about the potion that it wants us to use as we're low on health. And then our first little bit of sneakiness, you need to either knock him out or assassinate him. This is going to be mostly knockout, so if I can get through the whole game without actually taking an enemy out, then that is going to be the goal. But for this one you specifically have to, but of course we're going to knock him. If you're looking for an action-oriented playthrough of this game, there's plenty of people out there that will just, you know, get caught constantly and give you the use. Well, I hit the wrong button and took him out, so that might be the only kill we did, depending on... that was totally an accident, but it doesn't really count for this efficiency. It's our Alright, here's the combat. Combat has definitely received an overhaul so far, and I'm actually really enjoying it, so... Of course, I am playing on an Xbox controller.